Welcome to You Becoming, a podcast and a space and a community that I'm creating that we talk all about identity, self-worth, and how fashion can really help you heal that process. This is about learning to be able to see yourself with a new perspective, new eyes, and really start becoming the person that you actually want to be. But while setting all of these goals, I also want you to fall madly in love with the woman that you are currently and the women that you have been before previously. And to kickstart this topic off, I really want to talk about looking in the mirror and not being able to see or recognize who you are anymore. And the reason why I want to talk about this is because I spent so many mornings, it's the morning right now in the UK, where I literally had no freaking idea who was looking back at me in the mirror. And there was definitely like so many different parts around that contributed to it. And I know so many of us have felt this, but we've never really been able to talk about it out loud. Maybe you've changed, maybe your life has shifted, maybe for the better or for the bad. And I think it doesn't matter if it's for the good or for the bad, the essence is that you've stopped feeling connected to yourself. And in this podcast, I really want to help you be able to get there. So in terms of like disassociation psychology, I really think it is so important. First things first is to gain some grounding. I think for myself, the most grounding thing was having photos of me as a kid. And I literally wrote down all the people that were in my family, the places where I've lived before, the schools, things like that. That really helped me ground to be like, who the fuck am I? Where the fuck am I? Like my experience of reality was just like so abnormal to what I had been used to. And we always say about like growth, going to new places, changing your identity and things like this, but it can also go so terribly wrong. And I really want to just focus on when we're aiming to do all of these outrageous, bold, incredible things, because not that many people really change. You know, not that many people will have like vastly changed. So if you just move to a completely new location with like no clothes and you like rebuild your identity visually, if you stop drinking alcohol, like your different hobbies and the different kind of people that you're going to be around is going to be so different. And I think I stopped so much, but I didn't necessarily add more in. And I really was kind of at like a rock bottom. And I just couldn't grasp what reality was. If you're in this situation, I want you to go all out. I want you to literally buy yourself an outfit and lingerie. Don't even worry about the cost, because the cost of this, feeling more alive in yourself, will literally transform you. Because I think when we're young, let's say you've just got your first apartment, like you literally feel so scared to spend any money that's not to do with the house or not to do with like personal growth or somebody else involved. So you going and just getting yourself a new outfit, maybe getting your nails done and going for a dinner with yourself, maybe staying at a really lovely hotel, that is literally going to change a part of your brain. That is literally going to change the way you're seeing yourself, because you're spending this beautiful time with you. And I think if you've lost touch with this like feminine side of yourself, it is so easy to gain back, especially through buying things. And it doesn't have to be this like huge challenge either. And like, of course, we've all been there where things don't fit and things don't look right. And there's obviously so much to do about your feminine energy that is psychological, but there is like a more materialistic part of it that can really help just tap you out of it. And like, even if that's a pedicure, like the joy of me looking down at my toes and my toes are all done and they look beautiful and they're silky smooth, I'm like the things that like men don't necessarily understand. So all of this like visibility wounds and stuff, it's not the fact that I want you to start parading and doing random stuff to get attention. It's literally you not wanting to hide in your room. There's a difference between resting and having like a lovely little film day on like a nice cold evening versus you doing that out of there's no joy out there in the world. I just want to close this up with, I know it can feel so scary feeling like a stranger in your own skin, but I promise that your reflection is not trying to like freak you out. It's literally an invitation to try and figure out more about who you are, things that light you up, things that actually bring you joy, even if it's in the mundane things, wearing nice lingerie and having a pedicure. Like, I would class that as like a lovely thing to do for yourself, but it's also in the mundane. It's not like you're going out of this huge trip. And I think those little steps are like the steps that are so impactful for you being able to take care of yourself again, because you're literally just paying somebody else to do it. You go to like a 1 hour appointment, your toes are looking sensational, then you'll automatically just try and take care of other things about you, because it's kind of like a moment where you're in transition. You're not lost. You've always been here. Like, you've always been alive. You've always done these incredible experiences. You've always had friends, connections, things like that. But like right now, you are in a transitional period. And that's so exciting, because you're kind of coming back to the, like, almost like a birth stage where you can be like, what kind of treatments do I want to have if I've never had them before? How much money do I actually want to spend completely on myself? How much of fashion or life or like different experiences do I want to consciously choose? Because you can. I want you to visualize all of these things with who you are right now, with the circumstances that you have right now, in your house, with your things that you have right now. If you've ever looked in the mirror and you thought, I have no idea who you are, what you're doing, what is life, just remember that like it's very human, and you're not failing, you're not behind. You are literally evolving, and I'm so excited to see if this resonates, like where you are today and where you may be in like a month's time, by just taking some of that advice. Like, I think your relationship with yourself really can transform so quickly when you're doing these things, because also you're not waiting for somebody else to do it for you. You're not waiting for somebody else to, you know, I'm gonna have a Miley Cyrus moment and be like, I can buy myself flowers, because you can. If you want fresh flowers in your house, you can get them. And yeah, it would be lovely for somebody to just drive up to your doorway and say, baby, we're getting on a flight at 7. But if you don't currently have that, that's okay, because you can decide that, baby, you're going out at 7 this evening, and you're gonna go for your favorite food, your favorite place, and then this evening you're gonna play your favorite podcast. Like, they are such gorgeous things to do. This is you becoming, and this is all about falling a little bit more in love with yourself every single day. I am so grateful that you've watched this, especially because you becoming is so small right now. And this is like a little challenge that I want to finish off all my podcasts with, that I want you to look at your reflection today without any judgment, without any criticism. And I just want you to be in your human body. And I really want you to just feel like your pulse, and just feel your heartbeat, and just really recognize that you are a human being. And it sounds so crazy, but if you just give yourself a few minutes to stop this, like, just like be. You are worth noticing, you are worth choosing, you are worth your dinner, you are worth your pedicure, you are worth all of it. And you get to decide that yes, you are. Thank you.